Mahibuntag, good morning, kapamilya, kapuso, kapatid, ka-birds, lahat na lang ng mga ka. We welcome you once again to our Friday Kapi Storya sa Kapitolyo. This morning, we are privileged and lucky to feature one of our favorite before na. Papuntos lagi na yun. Si Board Celestino Pining Martinez. He is the chairman of Liga ng mga Barangay, Mas better known. And before we do that, si Ms. Ethel will do the honor of introducing our guest speaker this morning. Let's do our usual preliminaries. Let's all stand for a short invocation, our lupang hinilang, and our sugpuhin.
This morning, we'll take kayo itong mga interns o itong mga gwapa sa DYAB o sa Super Balita. Kaya ang atong bisita karon may pinakaambungan.
Ayaw padungga na sila siya.
Ay, padungga ko ba niya, board members lahat eh. Dahil mang luod. Huwag may hain ganun sa siya na.
Yeah.
Sit. Kaya we're very fortunate nga na nato karon ang bisita ng may president sa Liga ng Barangay. Sa katong di ba kaisolito, kanino pa ang Liga ng Barangay? Usas sa pinaka-importante kaayo grupo dinhi sa Provincial o sa ASA. Kaya kini sila, ang mga barangay captains pa o ang mga barangay officials, mga frontliners sa service. So, kini sila ang ilang liga, doon na sila yung voice dinhi sa Provincial Board. So sila doon na sila dakop kaayo matampo para sa kayungan sa mga katawhan. So tagaan na itong chance karon ang president sa Liga ng mga Barangay sa Cebu Province, si board member Celestino Tinig Martinez III, para i-share na ito kung unsay ilang mga proyekto alang sa kayungan sa mga barangay officials o sa mga katawhan. So, board.
Thank you very much, Ethel. Thank you, Ms. Edna, for the invitation. And it is indeed a pleasant morning. And of course, mayong buntag kanatutanan. Let me start by saying that I came into the family sa provincial board last year, towards the end of last year. And with the agenda na mo sa Liga, and the purpose na mo promote o lively exchange of ideas within its members. Like what Ethel mentioned a while ago, that the Liga ng mga Barangay, the members of the Liga ng mga Barangay are what you call frontliners in development. Frontliners because we are the smallest local government unit as identified by the local government code, and everything, we always love this, we have this saying that everything begins and ends anhagid sa barangay level. So ang serbisyo sa mga katawan na maggikan sa barangay, no, usaka sa ang mga proposals padung sa mga mayors, and then the mayors all the way up to the provincial governor, the vice governor, but i-implement sa project back to the barangay level. And mao na gingon nila nga kung nasa usa ka balay, ang barangay is the foundation of all the if you're talking of development, na gyud mga gikan o magsugod sa barangay. Kung dili mayo communication ang mga mayors e mga barangay captains, dili mo lampos, or it will not, the programs and projects will not be successful. So we aim to promote a lively exchange of ideas and dialogue between the different branches of government, and especially sa province, sa municipal level, sa city level, for that matter. So since last year, like I said, paglingkod na ako with the members of the Liga, we've come up with a few good programs to help enhance the kanang ingon nga pagkasuod sa mga membro sa Liga ng mga Barangay. And of course, we've tried to promote also the active dialogue with, like I said, the mayors and of course the officials na sa province. So we have programs which we want to present to you this morning, of course, one of the major programs which has been entrusted to us sa Liga ng mga Barangay is, of course, your PhilHealth benefits for all elected and appointed barangay officials. Mga moni siya ang gikan sa barangay captain, mga barangay kagawad, apil na, barangay treasurer, barangay secretary, BNS, BAHA, and the other appointed officials, lupon tagapayapa, and the rest. No, we started as of last year. Actually, during the time of President Joey Boy Holganza, they started this with ensuring under PhilHealth ang mga barangay captains. At that time, I think it was around 400 members ang mga barangay captain. But we've expanded the program under the, of course, under the administration of Governor Davide. Nakita man siya o kung sa gibukaton yun sa serbisyo sa mga barangay officials. So this is how many that we have enrolled. As of April, we have endorsed 21,874 out of 25,800 members enrolled in 2014. And the reason for the decline in the number is because karong tuiga gud ang mga senior citizen is already gidawat na sa national government nga sila nag-sponsor. So we had to amend the numbers kay ang katong mga 60 above dili naman kinanglanon ipasud nato sa sponsored membership dinhi sa province. So from 25,800 giamigdal na mo ang karong tuiga. As of today, we have 21,874 members sa ato ang mga officials nga nabutang sa or membro sa Liga ng mga Barangay. Now, we have just passed an ordinance under sa second reading. This was a second reading. Hopefully by next week, lusot na sa atin siya for third reading. I think if some of you were present during the last session, nagpasag ng ordinansa katong providing the accident, dismemberment, and death benefits to barangay officials. So ang nabutang ani, ang mga beneficiaries are the barangay captains, the barangay officials as well, ang kagawad, no? And hopefully kung madayon ng election sa SK, they can also be a member of this. SK members, kagawad po sa SK, the treasurer, the secretary, the lupon, mga lupon, the other appointed officials, and the tanods, barangay tanods. No? Usa ni sa mong gitanaw nga makatabang yun sa ilang panrabaho because if you've gone around, especially in the province or in the towns, an average, ang madawat regular nga sweldo, nga honorarium sa itong mga tanod, sa Pinas mga tanod, dili mo sobra sa 1,000 a month. So, ang ganing diri sa akong barangay, sa Kaya, ang gidawat sa mga tanod is only 950 pesos a month. So, dako kani katabang ang kining itawag na mo nga ordinance nga ang acronym BADS, no? Benefit, Accidental, Death, and Dismemberment, no? Ordinance, which was passed unanimously sa Provincial Board for second reading. Hopefully by next week, Monday, mulusot na niya sa third reading, and then we can start already implementing or giving such benefits to those who are in need. Now, we also, because of our kanang daghan kayong mga panghitabo labi na sa climate change, daghan kayong mga bagyo-bagyo, we provided our, of course, sa mga presidents sa Liga, kaya usually times of calamity sila mo musuroy po abag sa mayor ni suroy. So we provided them with LED floodlights sa mga chapters, no? One each. This is a the benefit of this is that it doesn't require charging for mag-anda na siya for 4 hours, di na siya kailangan spirit charge. So we provided one per every league. And yes, okay. We've also made orders for katong program sa DOH, which was murag nahunong ni siya kadjud, but because of the request of the barangay captains kay ang incidence of typhoid murag isaka na sad, so naghimo mi og program we're starting out with again 5,000 sets of latrines. Ang usa ka set included nini ang usa ka latrine, 3 reinforcement bars, and 1 sack of cement per every household. No? We will start distributing this as soon as the materials and maabot din sa atua sa Kapitol. Although there have been more than 5,000 requests for such materials na mga kwan. Amo lang ipaibaw ang mga barangay captains na uban sa mga board, we decided that ang counterparts sa household na or beneficiary niini sila mo count, no? Sila ang labor ilaha.
This is per municipality, 5,000 sets?
No, sa entire province ni siya, but as of the moment, mo pa may na-compile na mo nga nag-imo request. But pagpaibaw na mo ani atong last district conference that the program is back on track. There were a lot of requests na maniabot. So eventually we will have to order some more. So can we proceed? Okay, of course you've heard of our district conference that we conducted in the last couple of weeks, months galing, no? And the purpose of which was to, like I said, the opportunity to know about the current programs of various departments na naadili sa provincial government under the administration of Governor Davide. We, like I said, we encourage continuous dialogue para ma-aware ang atong mga barangays kung asa dapita sila makapahibutang sa ilahang mga programs na they don't really necessarily have to go always to the officials like the provincial board for assistance or the governor. We make them understand nga different departments have their own programs and projects nga who they need to also talk to because mas, you know, if they can tap these departments, daghan sad ang mga programs na pwedeng mapaabot dito sa ila. Like for example, sa Department of Agriculture, no? Kung sila yung mga concerns, na yung mga, they want to grow high-valued crops, na ay pamaagi, na ay mga seedlings available sa DA, they don't really necessarily have to go to the governor. They can go talk to the Department of Agriculture to get more information, more data, assistance. The provincial engineering has also in their discretion to repair roads, no? So but dito sa pangutana gani kabahin sa ato ang heavy equipments that the province is undertaking to procure and hopefully matabangan atong mga barangays pag-repair sa mga roads because like I said since katong mga nilabay nga mga katalagman dagan na kay mga kasada na naguba and I'm so glad that the governor has taken the initiative to purchase again those heavy equipments during katong heavy equipments in the past administration gidulot man og pangaligya, no? So this is what we did during the district conference, and I'm so glad that the governor was very supportive. And the last time I spoke to the governor, he is planning to do the same thing again on either August or September. So this was our pictures of the district conference. No? Fourth district, I think this one is the second district conference. You have to choose different venues because of the size, depending on the size of the number of delegates na itambong sa mga district conference. Kay na may mga districts nga daghan sa kaing kapitan, no? Like for example, the second district has 284 delegates, di man masul tanan yun sa kuan, no? Sa atuan ni Kapitolyo. We also have we're the ones behind the distribution of the Liga IDs. Now, the Liga ID, of course, carries with it a of course, the status ng membro ka, active member ka sa Liga ng mga barangay. This will help you facilitate labi na during the incentive giving every end of the year. Nagbuhat nila nito. It's better that you have this because it's easier to collect your incentive. And second, of course, if you're a card carrying member of the Liga, nasa kay 20% discount sa mga bus. Mula sa senior citizen. So, because we do this because ang mga barangay captains, treasurers, no, they frequent the capital premises kay nasa transaction almost even almost every week. Doon mo sa kayo if you don't provide such mga discounts kay they need to eat, they need to take a ride coming from their town or from their barangay. So almost silang itabangan sa mga paagi. We printed around 35,059 pieces already. And this is renewable every 3 years. Okay. Usually we have our general membership meeting, but because of the size, no, sa ginaganon sa membership sa Liga, we're around 1,094 barangays, no? But of course, kung hindi mo include ang Mandaw, 1,066. No? So we usually have our board meeting, which is the members of the board, every once a month, or as the need arises. We do our meetings here, and we have an upcoming General Assembly in Manila because yesterday I was talking to the president of the Liga ng mga Barangay, si President Amisamis. He called for a general membership meeting of all the presidents of the different chapters because apparently there is a move now to file a bill to standardize the holding of elections of barangay captains, and hopefully maybe I think it has something to do with the terms sa usa ka barangay captain kung naabot yung election umabot 2016 or ma-extended ba, and then there's also a move to standardize so that there will be ang sweldo sa mga employees sa barangay na nanabay sort of continuity, no, kay ang nahitabo ko no andun pa sa president sa Liga nga every election kung lahi ng barangay captain ilisan sa nila ang tesorera o ang secretary. So ang continuity sa mga projects and programs of the previous barangay captain dili mapadayon, so yun human nga program yun nga ngayon nga long-term program ang barangay level. So this is one of the things that they want to tackle, which is I think scheduled for this weekend, and hopefully daga naman ang ni mga senators ng paluyo, so we just have to wait and see sa umuabot. We have had a lot of seminars. We have had a visit from the Department of Health, especially sa katong mga communicable diseases. Well, there was one seminar that we had here in this area. The Department of Health was asking us to assist them in terms of high incidence of tuberculosis. So we're trying to help identify ang kaning mga pasyente na naay sakit sa TB, and trying to promote also the program of the DOH inabangan sa probinsya. Now, I think that's now just for the benefit of the atong friends from media nga niya karon, there are some pending ordinances that we hope to pass as soon as possible, and one of which is the creation of the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office. As of the moment, si Mr. Balstreet Donalo is serving as a consultant, but we want to, of course, make it a permanent office manager sa atoa sa provincial capital, because we've seen the need kanang continuous monitoring and supervision in times of calamity, which have been occurring very often nowadays. And then there is another one. We are hoping that we can also pass this ordinance as soon as possible, which is an ordinance mandating provincial hospitals in the province of Cebu to provide free medical care to children ages 0 to 6 years old. No? Ako na yung amen. From 0 to 6 years old of indigent parents and providing funds thereof. So we hope that this ordinance can be passed right away because in the last couple of days, nakan kayong mga incidents na mga minors, no? Mga 0 kanang bagulang ipanganak, ang parents magud usahay magdumi nga magdugay sa ospital bisan og kay nanglanon pagyud og attention ang bata gabi na masud sa NICU kay mahadlok sila lagi sa mga bayronon. So when although I spoke to Mrs. Madam Rose about this, ingon siya na we need to really emphasize that if we feel that the children who are between ages 0 to 6, no questions asked, provide them free medical attention. Because manong 0 to 6, because 0 to 6 is the most vulnerable among kanang na ages. So I think that's a quick overview of what we've been doing in the Liga.
So, where dun say status kaning ordinance regarding sa free medical care to children 0 to 6?
This is
First reading?
no. This has been on. This will be on. This has been already referred to the Committee on Health,
Okay.
and we're following it up. Nga mo makasubmit na ang Committee on Health sa ilang committee report so that it can be subject to second reading already. Yes.
Third and final.
No, lain na siya. Lain na siya.
No, lahi na siya. Sa kuwan na ni siya, ang sa barangay accident, dismemberment and death security
Third and final.
ordinance, pasar na ni siya for second reading, third reading. Usually, third reading is just a mere formality na lang, no? But we're focusing now on the kaning free medical care for children 0 to 6 years old of indigent parents.
So, karon, we're open to questions, clarifications. I'm sure si Portining would like to hear kung sa inyong mga pangutana. Kasi po shoot sa first question. Brenda?
Again, ang board, kato bitang, di ba, itong last session na kuan ka o na-approve sa second reading sa ordinance sa barangay.
Yes.
Kasi mga kuan na to, di ba naman to yung mga gipang amend.
Are you referring, I think, on this bench, kaning accident dismemberment?
Yes, katong sa accidental benefits.
Yes, insurance. O katong sa man to ka ng hatag ang province ato.
Yes, okay. Yes, ang province muhatag na lang. No, okay, just to give you that brief history of why we had the funds given to the PHO and mo disperse on the PHO. Actually, it started like this, no? Before, I think way back 2013 or 2014, before one time, the province used to have a accidental benefit insurance for barangay officials. But this was handled by PCIC, Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation. Now, naamang goy gipaabot diri nga mura o communication from the Commission on Audit nga dili sila mo ipa-discontinue nila ang insurance sa PCIC because ang PCIC yun, ang mandate yun sa PCIC is for farm implements, basically farmers, no? So ilang i-disallow, and although it pwede man nga musuwat og balik to justify ang katong pagputang sa mga barangay officials sa PCIC, but just to be careful sa kuno because ang i-recommend man gyud unta sa COA is GSIS. Now, if you look at it clearly, under PCIC, ang premium per beneficiary was at 34 pesos. 34 pesos per head per premium per beneficiary. Now, kung mubalhin good sa GSIS, we will be paying a premium of around 180 pesos. So, takot yung kayo o difference. And when I had a meeting with the governor, ang wisdom sa governor said, if we pay so much nga to sa GSIS and dili magamit ang amount nga atong ibayad gilimit ngadto sa GSIS, sayang kaayo. So mo tong nakahukom si Gov, why not let's just set up a death benefit and dismemberment ordinance or guidelines para diri na lang in-house na lang nato kung si Bako na ay barangay tanod o kapitan, mas dali ta makatabang because kung GSIS we have to provide them with requirements and everything will be sent to Manila and dugay kayo ang processing. And we know very well na kaning mga pamilyahan, especially a family of a barangay tanod, hindi nang lanon magyud in times of, let's say, kung simbako mamatay, ang mayroon nun in town sa paglubong, o niya, kung magaling, hospital, no? They need it as soon as possible. So, matong nakahukom sa si Governor, and we agreed, all of us, na mas dali, kung ato na lang ibutang sa Provincial Health Office. But the Governor said, let's set up guidelines yun sa pag-disperse sa mga kwarta. Ako lang klarohon yun ang disbursement. So, that's why during the last session, sumasim ipunta na nato yung mga amendments. Like, one amendment was kana naging ang ipangutana yun nila kanunay kana naging in the course of duty, no? Kana naging nila ipangutana unsa man gyud kuno ipasabot ni ana, like ang usa ka pangutana nila nga silbiron na ay kapitan nagtambong og seminar o niya tungod kay out of town, no? Tuwa siya dito sa, nag-overnight man sila kay one-day seminar or two-day seminar. So niya, diya sud sa iyang kwarto, na siya kadug, o niya mataki siya. Unsa man na, is that in the line of, makaingon pa paghapon ka nga, paghapon na part of their, sa trabaho nila, na pa may untay ko, nasus kinataki man kay, na may kadug, no? So, mana yung sa mga questions nila, no? O niya, kung utang taron, na ipautana po to si Board Member Baricotro, na may fiesta. O niya, magilikalikaya, hindi ka fiesta, mutambong ang barangay captain or ang barangay tanod. O niya, tungod kay hindi tagayan ninyo, na dagma, niya, nabunal ako. So is that still part of the so those are the questions, and we gave them an idea nga, well, kanang kuan jud, no? Di ba ginang kalikayan ng instances, but of course we want to encourage nga ang when nga i-professionalize po ba ang kaning mga trabaho sa mga, especially mga tanods. So mao nga, as much as possible, we do not encourage nga magkainom sila, mintas ang trabaho sila, or duty sila. And there were some limitations of the ordinance.
Any follow-up question, Ms. Ben? Nagtutod si Michael o si Brenda. Nagsabot-sabot sa iyo.
Good morning, Board. Board, bago pa lang naghimo legal outreach ang province niya. Kasi mga prevailing issues ang i-raise at mga barangay regarding sa pag-settle of mga disputes or sa itang mga challenges na ilang face kining pag sa mga lupon gani.
Actually, ang ilang i-kuan yun, kaning kabahin sa VAUSI, kaning bitaw sa violence against women and children, and especially against kanang mga lalis-lalis bitaw sa panag-asawa. Kay apparently, according to the legal provincial office headed by Attorney Orby Ortega, is that if you report VAUSI, dili naman na siya ma-mediate. There's no such thing as mediation in cases pertaining to VAUSI, violence against women, especially kanang masumbagan ng asawa, ana ba? So there's no room for mediation. And then sometimes, more than often, tungod kay di maginagkalikayan nga na mga bana, mga asawa, lalis. So parang naapay room to mediate, no? Dili lang yun kuno i-report dayon as VAUSI. No, but as murag kuan lang mura og ang gibutan niya was mura og family murag dispute, murag ginana lang para napay room to mediate. Kay kung ma-file na siya as VAUSI, then dili na gyud. There will be a case pending na gyud against either both of the parties. So, isod na kayo ayuhon ba or itabangan ang pamilya ba nga dili mo sabot ang kagubot. No? So usa na sa mga issues. But the legal outreach program was really focused particularly on kanang mga in times of kanang crime na mahitabo, crime scene preservation sa mga itanaw sa legal office nga makatabang first response ang mga barangay tanons, no? And then second na to siya ang mediation. And this one was a very good help sa gatos barangays because mao man sa gikinanglan, no? Para sa nana in a way it enhances the capability of the barangay captains and barangay tanons, and in a way it also raises the level ba sa awareness nato o knowledge sa atong mga local officials na bilang atos mga barangays.
We'd also like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Melissa Cabahog of CDN. Naamo na trono dire nga pwede kalingkuran. Nya ang balingkod ko noon may pinakagwapa. Pagdali ni Ricky, masimapod sila paanap. Mayugan ka sa
Follow up lang, yes, na tayo murag nominee sa best lupon sa Cebu or sa DLG. Yearly pa natin.
Yes, sa katong sa Toboy Award, we have, no, pero ang nag-handle good sa as out from the katong Toboy, pero natay bag-o karon nga gi-launch, wa patay result ana din di man sa mi maka sulti og kinsay nominee nato. Actually ang kanagong Toboy murag napiktuhan man gud to siya sa atong Yolanda motong nahunong kadjot. As a matter of fact, ang awarding ato came late. Even the money was already there. But nadugay ang awarding because pag-evaluate sa katong mga na-nominate mga nominees nato kay ang katong mga projects and programs nga which served as the basis for their nomination naigo man na piktuhan man sa niya itong Yolanda, so motong niingon to ang DLG nga let's just award them and then let's look forward to another batch of katong mga contestants na sa
Yes, Victor.
JM de Guzman, Mamenta. Board, another issue, board. In the last 3 months, kay doon na itulong ka apprehensions of foreign nationals sa Cebu City involved in human trafficking and child molestation. This has led Cebu City Mayor Junie nga mag-issue og executive order sa mga barangays to requiring them to register mga foreign nationals in their area aron ma-monitor lang movement and to avoid mga similar instances of kind of trafficking in the future. I'm not sure if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, pero ingnan ko nga marag, this is already existing, this requirement is already existing kanang pinaagi sa isa ka ordinance enacted way back. I'm not sure if unsa date ni siya 1970 daw. Pero naana daw ni siyang ordinance, pero I'm not sure lang. Pero board, as ABC President Board, mahimo ba natong i-convene ni ang atong mga barangay captains to echo na lang po this kanang move made by Mayor Junie, because for sure dili raman pud gyud sa Bogo ni nahitabo ang mga ingon-ani nga mga cases. And what do you think could be done to intensify the province's efforts to combat human trafficking and other similar cases within at the barangay level, board?
That's a very good question, and I really like the way nga katong na-mention to nimo atong ordinance nga atong 19
2005 something.
2000. Okay. I will look into that also because it will help. Yesterday I had a conversation with the mayor, no? Yes, he is very much concerned about that matter kanang pati sa especially child trafficking. We have, I think, been complacent about it because ang Bugo Manggol serves as a hub for a jump-off point to the neighboring islands of Bantayan, and usually we have a lot of foreigners coming in and out sa anang area, Bantayan, Malapascua. It's a very highly yung tourism visited area ba, ang kanang tourist visited area ang kanang diyan sa norte all year round. So I think I spoke to the Vice Governor atong pagkaugos namo atong Monday, and I think there is already a move to rehash or even improve the katong ordinance that was already introduced way back atong panahon nato 2005, no? And maybe study it carefully and then maybe find another way na mas effective pag but we've already notified our barangay officials, especially sa katong naigo bitaw sa Yolanda, because I think there's a pattern ang itanaw nila manggod sa PWC nga katong asa dapitang area nga murag ni kusog-kusog ang child trafficking. There ang mga foreign nga tendency nga mabuhatan na niadto sa katong mga calamity-stricken areas, no, to take advantage of the situation ng mga areas, no. So it's sad to say nga na initabo dito the children, I think 2 of the children were from Consolacion, kunya na ay Bugod, Wasad. And then I think prior to that there was also one reported sa Bantayan. So I am planning also to talk to the barangay captains, especially sa atong mga 16 na naigo bitaw sa Yolanda, atong 16 ka mga lungsod o usa ka syudad. Kay that's the most immediate thing that we can do, and hoping that we can katong matanaw to natong imong i-mention no ordinance and then study it and maybe even improve it some more so that it can be more effective.
Word, follow-up question lang. At present, would you know if nabatay existing ang mga programs at the barangay level na specifically para sa pagbatok sa human trafficking, child trafficking, or sa province or gina siya ni murag kuan lang yun mo trickle down siya to the barangay?
So supposedly naagit untay kuan naman tay mga help desk ingon ana sa barangay level. There were some programs in the past, pero like I said, mura o na-overtaken manggod siya ang kini kay ang incidents gud ron sa child trafficking di man kayo ingon ana kataas sa una anang bahina. Or I think it was more of in the cities na I think here in this part of the city karon mura na-move siya dito. Ang major problem in the past was more of illegal drugs. But now, murag i-shift na sa to kaning child trafficking.
Thank you, Board.
Miss Sheila or Goody? Naki-question Goody? So may question. Miss Brenda.
Boy, naisgot naman yun, nalakbitan ang drugs, diba? Asa, agency pa sa rin drugs. Naaroy program ang province, diba? Ang SIPADA regarding ang drugs. And then, nag-down sila dito sa barangay.
Yes.
Oo. Kanang board, naabata existing na kanang program against kanang illegal drugs. Kay, naamang yung mga reports sa nga kanang ang barangay ba kay sila magkaguntay kanang murabitog frontliner. So murabag walay maragluak ba? Or wala yung uban siguro wala din sila program nga mingon nga walay budget. So sa naabata existing sa kuan sa atong liga ng kuan.
Actually, as president of the Liga ng mga barangay, I sit as a member of SIPADA also. Chaired by the governor, ang vice chair niya si Board Ivy Mecca. and let me say, so far, this has been the most, in karong panahon na it's given more weight, mas intensive ang war on drugs sa karon. No? I think it's given more emphasis and kuan gani karon sa atong kanilong administration kang labi na kang I have to say na maayo pagkuan po nila ni board member Mecca. Now yes, there are programs under the barangay which, for one, the barangay is mandated to allocate funds yun. No? It should be included. Even the municipal government or the city government naa gyud untay mandatory allocation for anti-drug campaign. Now, ang problema man gud is that ang naandan man gyud sa mga barangays o labi na sa mga munisipyo, kasagaran, is to go after the kaning mga drug peddlers, kaning na maligya. But si PADAC is now gearing towards more on demand reduction, which is kung why mo palit, why mo baligya. No? Kaya ang problema man gud sa kuan gud nato is if we dakpo na to, naamalangoy parinti sa kaning maligya nga mo tumaw ra gyapon nga mo puli, because if you look at it, drugs is really a lucrative business, no? So what they want to do and what si PADAC aims to do is demand reduction. Na dili ta anak, no? Dili lang ta anak kay kanang illegal nga drugs, no? So mao na ron ang punto. But if you're asking about funding, si PADAC has also, through the Office of the Governor, nag-set aside o katong bitong natay gipanghatag na reward money, murag atong gi-encourage yun ang ato sa mga tao nga nakatabang yun sa pag-apprehend. Which is, I think I've read it in the papers almost every day na ay nadakpan. But like I said, ang kaning manggong, we also want to be sure na ibisan og madakpan, mapuno na lang mo ng si PPDRC or si jail na to, nga puno na kaistanan. We want to encourage nga dili na lang taanan paggamit sa illegal na drogas, no? So mga demand reduction.
So, Bert, diri sa Liga ng mga Barangay, more na hope of may support na lang po sa program sa SIPADA, ikaw ang mag-work sa SIPADA. Kasi mga programa nila, pati sa drugs.
Yes, we are very supportive of that. As a matter of fact, na-launch na seminar ang SIPADA in coordination with the barangay, no? Because apparently there is still some issues good nga that needs to be resolved. Ito mo maginig during the district conference. Katong bitaw kamahin sa apprehension sa inventory nga I think if you remember natoy na problemahan nga dos talisay nga napil ganito mo sa kay Vice President nga wa mo pirma sa inventory, no? Those were mga issues regarding that particular kana yung hinanglan mo pirma mo testigo gyud sa inventory ang barangay official or any elective official.
Kasi sinunod niya pa sa
board na muntag dunay mga kapital o barangay officials nga magpapili karong local officials local elections sa 2016. Unsa man board automatic sila nga resign sila katungdanan. Ilabi na katunggo sa EDC sa lungsod ko dumat nga pagpili ka sa labi na ikaw sa pagpapili ka ng presidente o vice governor unsa mo resign baga kaya kadua ng pumunta na board ang kapitan sa kabanso si Kapitan Largo hangtod karong board pa man
sige. Kabahin atong sa Cordoba, no? He had to resign as a barangay captain sa Cordoba because he was barangay captain at ABC. You cannot be an ABC president man kung dili sa kakapitan, mao mo ang qualification. Now he had to resign as barangay captain, thereby resigning as ABC president also because ni-move man siya sa lain nga lungsod o lugar. So from Cordoba, mudagan siya o congressman sa Lapu-Lapu. Kato si Sidonio Sitoy. So when he resigned, effective yun nga, resign siya pagka barangay captain, resign siya as among tresurero sa Liga, because he no longer is a barangay captain.
Paitan karon namin nagkakapit na magpapili og kuan, mayor, vice mayor o pusyal sa lungsod sa sunod na niya.
Kisang lang mga yun?
Mas maraming captain ba?
I am not so sure, no, but in the Senate, no, if a senator runs for president and he still has a term, he doesn't necessarily have to resign. But I am not so sure about the barangay. But according to the office, dili kinangano, dili mo resign, he still continue. Yes, he can go back as a barangay captain.
Mapili siya, balik niya mo siya.
Balik siya gihapon. Balik siya gihapon.
Flexible din na.
That is one, kung wala pa mo expire yung term. Kay kung doon na sa election for barangay captains together with the national and local mga elections, pareho na sila ang term mo, and di ako yung term.
Pero ang pumunta na ko board, musta ta board sa kapital sa Panto, wa mo gyapon yung natagi justisya. Ang sila mo ba? So ipatay sa nagtagong niya yung suspect. Nagkapalong, nagkapalong kayo ng ito.
There was already I think a reward na gi-offer ana, no? I think the PNP would be more knowledgeable about sa pag-apprehend na sa katong ang perpetrator sa maong na krimen. So we will just ask for a report na lang siguro in the nearest possible time yung pabahin na nagkasulat.
Ang follow-up board, i-extend mo term sa 2016 sa mga kapitan?
You know, ang kining sa nabali ibig ang tape recorder, ang microphone ang nilimutan sa speaker. Actually, ang barangay captains or ang barangay officials, it's not in the constitution na papareho bitaw sa congressman, mayor, senator nga naagyoy exact date for an election. I-set yun by, of course, atong constitution. Ang barangay captain or barangay officials nga elections can be set anytime by Congress. That's why in the past, ang ganito yung panahon nga na-move ang election na himong 5 ka tuig ang sa ka-term sa barangay captain. No? It can be set and reset anytime at the discretion of the House of Representatives. No? So, but as of the moment, nanay na pirmahan si Presidente Aquino na to have the election sa barangay right after the election sa kaning governor, mayor, no, sa 2016. But like I said earlier, na ihuksan ang Liga ng mga barangay na mura og i-move ang election, or if not, i-move ang election, kay nurag ang liyo katos to simultaneously have the barangay elections as that pareha po sa SK. And many feel nga, as a matter of fact, ako I feel nga, di gyud angay lunganon ang SK elections sa barangay official election kaya sa madagko, no, kay mapiktuhan man gud ang mga batanon. In some areas, maybe not in Cebu, but in some areas like some other area in Mindanao or any other region, init man gud ang barangay election. Unya, ang kaning magsagod, we have to admit, in any election, dinabayay og hugaw, sometimes even personal ang mga tirada. We don't want to do that to our kanang younger generation na musunod. And SK, sa akong nakita, manggod ang age limit is only 15. Murag 15 to 17. Pila? 15 to 17. Mga bata pa dyan tayo. And we don't want them to be influenced by whatever kuan pa sa pagkakaroon. Not unless nga, kana magong better magod ka ng SK election. Ila lagi na. Why, as a matter of fact, I'm even supporting the move. There was a move na ang mga kandidato sa SK what yung relation sa barangay captain o sa mga konsyal. Mas mayo yung maybe to the third civil degree na kung anak kas barangay captain, di ka pwede mo dagan ng SK. Kung anak kas kagawad, parang way lalis. Parang hands off tanan. No? So that's what we want to promote para lang yun sa SK.
So, fun. Sheila.
Board, what's the next or what's the move of ABC after itong gireklamo bitaw sa barangay captain sa dalagyat katong extortion daw sa mga some PNP personnel sa Talisay o Liga katong mag-deliver sila og mga utanan diri sa cargo.
Yeah. Para na lang yung kay background ba sa Senate po during the district conference. There was a question niya, mo lagi na nga may balo nila or gi-allege nila nga naay nangutong or extort of money sa mga kanibitang mga negosyante o mga vegetables gikan sa Mantalungon, yung mga gidiha, yung extort of kwarta. But there was no ang i-mention na ito police, PNP, kunya gamit og patrol car. Pero we want to give the benefit of the doubt nga dili tanang mga police officers nagbuhat ni wa man specific og kinsa man gyud or basig maikog sa ba or magpahibaw sa tanan because probably the barangay captain wanted to do it on his own private time niya mo. So amo na tong giingnan sila give us a better picture of kanabang kinsa man gyud no na maybe the plate number of the patrol car, unsang orasa na hitabo, unsang ka time, kanus ani na hitabo, so that we can have more something to go on. Okay? Even kung mahimo mo gani, ang pangalan lang yun sa police officer, bisag di na lang butangan o kinsa ang naghimo sa report, gikan kay gikan ni barangay. And we consider daghan man sa gyud kay ni nagpahibaw nga mo din mga sa una na kuno. So to give us a better kanang kuan ma-determine din ang sa mga persons involved in gibuhat. We're waiting for that report. Yan forward dito sa office ni Governor.
Kung pasapot, put in writing.
Ha?
Put in writing.
No, isuwat lang or kung pwede mo to dito sa opisina, it's just a figure of
Bali,
speech.
in short, ang kuan lang noy, ang point lang important nila, nangayo sila og mga detalye.
Oh. Klarohon lang ba?
Karoon lang kay lisod magod kaayo nga imong adto kung diretso makag-accuse pero wa kay mga detalye kay in general mo yung pagkasulti so ngayon na sa sila detalye hangtod na wala pa yung detalye dili pa sa sila ka-action.
Kay pareha bitaw sa hepe sa Talisay, I think there was a report na iyang gipatawag tanan. Iyang gi-question yang katong mga pulis, mo yung wa mi ana, wa ana no. So it's easily denied. But if you can give us a more detailed kung kinsa man yun, kung sa man plate number sa auto nga gigamit ang orasa, at least ma-pinpoint yun kung kinsa yung mga pulisa.
From Sheila.
The CCPO has initiated an investigation regarding that work. Wala po sila higihatan na update or ka ng kwan sa development ng kwan.
Wala pa man, so far wala pa diri sa office. And during that conversation, muna man ang office of the governor, mao may nagkuha na, take over ba nga, sige, report it to us because we will handle that and talk directly to the provincial commander.
Yes, sige. Angie.
So, karang yung board, nagwato man ta sa ilang formal na details or complaint gikan nila, naabot ta sa atong group sa Liga ng Barangay, measures gan or mag-prevent nila. Pwede ka mahitaw mo. Di lang dito sa delegate, but sa tanan ng mga lugar dito sa province.
Kana good inaana no. That was one of the first reported yun nga mga violations nga ng extortion. And probably there might be others. But at least karon because of the district conference that we had, na-achieve na atong goal nga ang atong mga barangay officials are openly welcome to tell us and to convey to the governor and to our officials that this is what is happening. Mao magunay the essence of the district conference nga nabay dialogue ba. Because had we not done that, the district conference in the first place, di gito maabot sa attention sa gobernador. It would have gone on and on and on and on. But these are one of the measures that we're doing. And hopefully, we still are in the process of assessing. Kay Dagan Maguto, we had the 1st and 6th district, and then the 5th district, and then the 4th, and then the 2nd and 3rd. We're actually in the process of assessing katong mga reports sa mga barangays. We will compile this. The governor's waiting also for the report. Kaya amo itong reviewon. Kaya daghan magutong mga gipang air out ng mga hangyo sa atong mga barangays kabahin sa mga kahimtang sa mga nakalain-lain lugar. But as far as katong extortion is concerned, that was probably only what was reported from one katong sa District 2. Pero sa ubang areas, wa may gi-report pa ang mga barangays.
Brenda first. Okay na. Okay na, Ben? Sige, sige.
Board, if ever mo duol sa inyuhang katong mga barangay niya na celebrated report o kinsa gyud dun sa mga unsay pwede matabang sa liga ng mga barangay sa kaning mga barangay captains labi na kay ang ilang gipasaninlan kay mga pulis nga possible pod nga usapod sa hinungdan kung nganong dili dayon sila mo reveal sa mga names is nahadlok pod sila kasi syempre kay mga pulis na yung mga armas. So unsay yung pwede matabang sa liga ng mga barangay sa kaning mga kapitan?
Well, the first thing that we will do is once we get the names, among istoryahan ang provincial commander. Now, definitely from then on, then we will look into the unsay possible na pwede na yung mga actions nga mahimo na batok anang mga pulis. To set an example. And then if there is a fear for like I said, the report mo did not have to detail the name of the barangay captain kung mahadlok siya. We did not, di mawaman mo pa suwat yun, no? Iyang pangan. No, but definitely, as barangay officials, even when it comes to drugs, and when it comes to other mga illegal mga panghitabo, no? There is always that certain hint of fear among yun sa usa ka public official. It goes with the territory. As much as possible, we do try and help. We can probably put some security sa barangay captain. But kung ingon ka ang kapitan, kaya kung ginarason kami, ano di man ka mo report, buying sa illegal drugs sa imong area, ay mahadlok ko, kay patsod ko, mahadlok ko, kay mabat. But actually, in truth of the matter is that nga mo minter mga sa pagka-public servant, mahadlok man ka. So, inana, it goes with, if you have that certain fear, ayaw na lang. Because this is part of public service.
May question? Kay Greggy. Kaya nakagunit sa microphone. Ipasahan natin ito.
Board, lain nga issue mo board politik ka ni. Board, si Vice Gov magpalin, ingon siya nga karong weekend ko na mag-meeting siya sa Bakod Party para ilang iskutan o kinsa gyud ang mudagan sa ilahang party. Sa inyong partido ka board, mo may mga plano for 2016 o kisay mudagan sa dito sa inyong district?
Actually,
For what position?
Actually sa Bakod, tanan ko nilang itinan.
Mo ba?
Ibang butang.
Actually, sa amuha gyud, no, we are still advanced kay sila compared sa amuha. And the relationship no namo sa district has been very, very good. Right? It has fostered some changes and some continuous reconciliation sa mga members. No? So, big good me and I cannot be the one to say it kay pag-agad magugo sa mga kadagkuhan. For example, well, the chairman sa district is my father, I have to be frank with you. So, I myself have told him I have just sat down I'm going to be straightforward. I just sat down as APC president and there is a province. I don't want to be a kanabang pagani mainit ang lubot sa dinhi sa probinsya nya mulayat na sa o lain nga posisyon, no? If you're asking me directly, do I have any plans? So I told him, and I had that conversation. I said, can I just finish first my goals that I have set for the Liga, and then probably later on do something if there is already a reason. So what I'm trying to say is, kung makapakita ko something, then that may be a stepping stone for something else. So ang amo magong orientation is let's do something first because musunod naman na ang posisyon. So if let's say na achievement ang usa ka public servant, then easily you can be all avenues are available for you. So, ako po, if you're asking me, sa may decisions partido, I'm actually waiting for the head of the party to call for a meeting. And I think we will be doing it district per district. Murag bao na nga nung nagpatawag na siguro sila sa 5th district. But I'm continuously talking to the governor about it. Yeah. Muraman, there are some areas that require more attention than dito sa 4th. Nag-ingon na ang evaluation.
Sheila. Lord, na-mention mo ganina kung ang mga barangay officials nakikahadlok mo sa ilang panalbaho ba? Mas may pamubiyan na lang. Nasa yung mga na-raise na kuan na favor ba ka or na-solution na kanang favor ba as ABC President nga natagag armas ang mga tanong?
No, actually, there was a letter that I read during one of our discussions. Pautan naman na imong question. Okay, the one that is only given the authority to carry firearms are the barangay captains. But diha na po sa ilang area, sa ilang barangay ra. But subject to rules and regulations sa PNP to carry firearms. As far as tanods are concerned, there was a move to create first the kanang support group. I'm not so sure. I'm not familiar with it anymore. It never pushed through. Mura PA, ang acronym na was P. Dili siya BPAT. Mura let me just give me a little time. Okay, ako ning basahon kay para dili ta basig masayop ta o quote ani ha. Let me check. But there was supposed to be a group, mura siya og kanang kapkong style ng mga inana to support the operations of PNP, but it never pushed through. So as far as we are concerned, tanods are not allowed gihapon by law to carry any firearms. Only barangay captains.
Saan lang nagkuhan pa si Ford?
Yes, sir. Wait ha. Police, nakitawag nila Police Auxiliary Unit, PAU. And this was supposed to be, they have to be, we proposed this sa una, pero wala mo push through because it was never implemental sa Napoco. So until now, hindi pwede ang barangay tanong to carry any firearm. Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Kining mo pa ni jurisdiction. Sa lungsod sa Dumanog, bangit ang mayroong kang vice mayor. Mapiktahan din ang barangay ani o ang barangay captain sa imong katambag mo.
Well, di man yun na ito kalikayan yun na nga sugod nagkainit ang kuhan sa politika. But as much as, if you're talking of the league, no, we as much as possible, we do not want to encourage nga mo appeal me sa intramurals ngadto sa local level. Dili may mag-appeal kay ang masakripisyo manggod ang mga dili ang katawan yun ang kung dili ang barangay officials itself kay dili manggod sila, like for example there was, and I have to admit, there was a district conference here and we were discussing about projects and programs that they can avail of provided for the offers sa mga department heads. Yeah, just because of politics and especially sa Dumanog, kaya bang mga barangay captain na ingnan yun sa bayo na dili patabungod. Now it's times like this that we feel the loss of the opportunity sa barangay to get more of what they can and avail for dili sa province. Because even as of the moment, and I have to tell you straight, what man sa yun ihimong preferential na tagaan ng gobernador. But it's also a matter of reaching out because daghan man gud ni ang i-isipisuhan to barangay. The barangay also has to do their share. Nagdili pwede nga sila may antuon pirmi. They also have to come and show themselves na gusto silang mo nga active sila ba? Active participation sa ng barangay.
Yung pasabot mo, iway sila sa nagbangi sa luha kada politika na
Kung mahimo, because di masagin may mag-isgot ka pa rin. And I think some of our friends from media who have attended the district conference, there was never any mention of kabahin sa politika dito or something. And we refrained from doing so openly.